Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this live. And I was wondering which topic I want to pick up today. And I'm going to I'm going to do this a short live. I'm not sure whatever I spoke before you heard or not. But again, I want to welcome you guys if you're watching this live or you're watching the replay. But today I was thinking what topic I should talk about, and the topic which came to my mind is about understanding your teenager. So, we as mom, and especially in the age group of 38 and above, our kids are already in teenage, and you see a drastic change happening in their behavior, in their reaction, and there is a difference of like a huge difference between how they were just couple of months ago or 6 months ago, and now why they drastically changed. They were listening to you, you were taking them to all activities, they were eating what you were preparing, or they were talking with you and they were communicating, okay, what they want, what they don't want, what they like, what they don't like. They were telling the stories in the school also, what is happening, stories at the activity levels, and so many things. And you were driving together also, and you were knowing so much about them. And suddenly, like it is happening that you don't know them anymore. They have become so quiet, they're locking themselves in the room, and they're not talking and opening up with you much. And you're wondering, like, what did I do wrong now? And you are trying to help them because you have the heart of a mom, and you really really want to help them. And you can see that during this time, like, they go through the puberty, and like suddenly the clothes sizes also changes, and then like they don't even maybe like you to buy the stuff for them. They say like, I'll choose myself. And like you're wondering, okay, and you're not able to make the decision because sometimes they're picking up things which may be not appropriate, or maybe it is too expensive and you don't want to buy that. And because you don't feel the value for that particular item, that you want to pay that much for that particular item, because you're a mom, you're working, you're budgeting, you're managing home, you have so many other expenses, so many things are going on. And then just that confusion happens where we start thinking like, maybe what I'm doing wrong, what is happening, and all that. So any one of you is going through such kind of confusion, or such kind of a feeling, that you're feeling that there is a disconnect between you and your teen, then you want to comment below and say more info or more, because I can talk more on this topic, like if you want me to talk. And of course, like you can connect with me on the one-on-one call also, and we can discuss more about this. But at this moment I want to go ahead and just tell you like 10 different reasons which could be the reasons why your teen is like little bit getting distant with you, or not talking with you. And over here, like you cannot force them to do anything, but maybe you can understand them. So how you can think of it? So I'm going to just give the highlight today, and if really really needed and this topic is of interest, then please let me know, and I can go deeper into like each of those uh, what we can say, the each of the behaviors, that's what I would say, and how to handle those behavior. But the behaviors maybe you're coming across, which is big, like the hormonal changes are happening, and their brain is also getting rewired. So with all that, like they're not able to like express, the mood swings are happening. It is exactly like maybe you are going through because of your menopause. Like around this age, like your hormone levels start dropping, and over there their hormone levels start shifting. So both of your hormonal changes are happening almost in the similar time. So you're going through mood change, he or she is going through mood changes, and then finally, the reactions are not that pleasant. Okay, so over here maybe you want to validate first, then just start educating them, so that also could be one of the solution. Another one is the identity crisis, because they actually don't want you to help them much. You can offer your guidance, but they want their own identity. They want to make decisions. They want, another one is like they want the sense of independence. They want you to trust them. They, otherwise they get irritated, like you're not even letting them do anything, and you're just hovering on them, and you want everything, all the details you want, and they really don't want to give those details. And they want to be independent, and you're not maybe letting them independent just out of love, maybe. It's not like, maybe not even like you're not trusting them, it is just you love them too much, because they are the center of your attraction all these years. And suddenly that center of attraction, the purpose of your life was like just helping them, growing them, making them the best child, giving them values, and suddenly the dynamic is changing. So over here, they need something else and you want to give something else. Another one they go across a lot is a lot of academic pressure during these times, because they're in middle school and the high schools, and also the peer pressure. And the peer pressure is really, really very serious, because they do not want to look and feel out of the place. And because of that, the way they're choosing their clothing, the way they're choosing their habits, they also want to be like, they want to feel the part of that, their school community, the cool people and all that. And my elder daughter and younger daughter, they have 9 years difference. So the elder one, she was very simple, and she tried to manage somehow, like, because we she went to a almost preppy school, and we moved from New Jersey here, and it's like all the only two Indian kids in the whole 500, 600 people. And when my younger daughter went, I heard this word from her many times. She wants to fit in. And I used to wonder, why do you want to fit in? You be yourself. And this is like just like a kind of advice, which it is not a great advice at that point, because they want to really fit in. And because of that, they take a lot of decisions. So hopefully, like, just it is clothing and other things, it's fine. It's like, until and unless it is not getting too serious, like they're getting into the bad habits or following the things which is destroying their academic career. So I used to always have this rule, how she's doing academically. And she was like, she used to be, the little one I'm saying, she always showed, her grades were fine, she was doing all other activities, and there was nothing I could say to her, this is this, you want to do better or something, because I anyway don't wanted to put any pressure. But she is meeting all the basics, and for what I should be troubling her? Because after if she's getting the result, then she can do anything with her the time, which she has, like she can use it greatly, or she can, if she's watching something, she's reading some novels, like it's up to her. So that kind of a thing. So another thing is, they have this desire for control. Okay, so they would make decisions without sometimes asking you. They will act defensive, little bit bossy, because they want to, like, actually be show that, like, they are in control. Okay, another one is they're feeling misunderstood. Okay, they react with anger, and they, like, maybe sometimes insult you, and maybe even say, like, I don't need you, I hate you and all. But they are going through the pain, and that pain is coming out as their anger. And that's what we need to understand. But they are not able to express their feelings properly. Everything becomes anger, everything becomes frustration. Okay, another thing is, they test the boundaries. So if you have too many rules and regulations, and you'll see that, like, they will be testing you to the maximum extent, because this is the time they want to push all your curfews or all your rules, because now they want to have their own rules and all that stuff. So like they'll be actually pushing those boundaries, like, they're not going to like follow everything. And try to understand, all this is like a very very typical teenage behavior. So every time, you cannot be like, I even like, I'm life coaching, I'm coaching people, I cannot be like always coaching. I need to just let it go, because whatever behavior, because my younger daughter is still a teenager, she's 19, so she's been a teenager for so many years. And try to understand, this period is also long. It is like we are saying, like a 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, almost 7 years. And we are saying teen, but it starts like around 11, 12 also nowadays, and it goes till like 19, 20. Officially teen finishes, but they're still young. Like, like they're still young. They finish their graduation in 21, and somehow by 21 the frontal lobe gets developed, and then their decision power and their perspective towards life and their journey, their career, everything starts shifting, the priorities start shifting, the understanding starts shifting. But until then, as a parent, as a mom, you need to have, like, both the parents, actually mom and dad both. But over here we are talking about the mom. So how the because mom is so attached and so much like knowing everything what is going on, and she wants to know everything what is going on, and that thing she is not able to let go. So and it's not just the teen is suffering, the mom is also suffering. That's what is happening, just think about it. Another thing which I said before also is the communication shutdown. They will be stop talking, because like anytime they try to talk, you're not interested in what they are talking, and you are always advising, so better not to talk, so that, like, I don't want to receive any of your advices anymore. Okay. And the last one which I want to mention is like a lot of digital exposure is there. So the currently, like, the social media, the engagements, the facilities, like they have the privacy. We don't like they have the phones. They can like do video chat with anybody, and constantly they're either on the laptop or the iPad or the phone, and it's too much digital exposure. And if you see that, like, whatever the serials they're watching, whatever the TV they're watching, there is no cap there, and you really cannot stop them watching anything, because if you will stop, they'll go somebody else's home and watch. So, and then there is so much of stimulation also is there. Already they're going through the hormonal changes, and they're watching so many things which we as a kid, we did not even were able to see anything. Even we were like maybe married, or 22 or 25 also, means I remember, like, okay, it's just the, like, almost till the marriage, like, more than 22, nothing, very simple life we did, like extremely simple. And then suddenly they are exposed to so many things, so you can understand so much of stimulation, and the stress also which is getting created with all these things happening. And like, we as mom, we are adding to it maybe. Like, I'm just over here talking from the teenager side, because I'm trying to make an effort to, like, how as moms, as a parents, we can understand and facilitate and create that environment where they can actually grow and thrive, and like start talking with us. Like, even we don't say like, okay, they want to be your best friend or something, uh, but they at least need to have that communication and trust and the faith and all. And you can always show by example, like as you start shifting, you start changing, you start changing your statements, your beliefs, your feelings, the way you express, the way you expect also, everything will start changing. And I promise you, I have done this. Like, I have gone through the trauma of like my elder daughter not speaking with me for 4 years during her college, and she becoming my best friend. And now with the little one, I have a much better relationship. I'll never say I'm like 100% perfect mom. I'm the mom like you, like exactly like you. And I'm also work in progress, but I just I'm making changes and corrections, and my daughters, they're able to see it. And that is the way, like I can like I'm so vulnerable about it, I'm so open about it, even to the extent I ask them, like, what you want me to do, like, what change you want me to do. So this was about today's topic, and I hope I added some value over here. If you want to hear more on the your teenagers, or related to this topics, or some questions you have, I would love to answer. Also, I wanted to mention that yesterday in we had the in-person event, and I have received like we were supposed to discuss as a QA, but because of lack of time I was not able to discuss. So those challenges which we were shared there by the live audience there, I will try to make an effort to answer those during this some of the lives over here. And if anything specifically, if you are interested related to relationships, related to health, related to performance, related to uh, your money area or career area, like anything which you are struggling with right now, you want to connect with me and talk with me, and or you want to suggest me, okay Geeta, can you talk about this topic, and I'm following your lives, and maybe that will add value to so many other people also. So do make an effort. And with that, I'll end this live. See you, bye bye, bye bye.